Hey everybody, Black Ninja 797 here, and in today's video I kind of want to do a slight, I would guess you could say kind of complaint video or a rant video here, because I'm really fed up with this and I just try not to do anything negative, as you guys know. So I hope you don't mind a negative video pretty much today. It's not going to be all negative because I'm going to try to be optimistic with this, but the subject as a whole is overall negative, but I'll try and make it as like polite slash as constructive as I can. But basically what I want to talk about is toxicity, specifically in Overwatch. Now, I don't want anybody, specifically Jake, to end up jumping on the bandwagon and just basically saying, oh yeah, I've known this game's trash for a long time, because like there's a running joke that's kind of like off camera where basically my friends aren't necessarily a big fan of Overwatch anymore, and I try to defend it and they joke around saying that the game's busted in so many ways. But I try to defend the game because I like the game. I think that's a good game in a lot of ways, and sure, it does have its problems that it didn't used to have or always has, but I like to look past that because in general I just like to be optimistic. I don't like being negative, as you guys know. But the thing is though, is that what has been specifically bothering me, enough where I want to make a video about it, is the toxicity in the game, and specifically in competitive mode. Competitive mode is one of the best things about Overwatch in this game. I love competitive mode. I always have ever since I played it. It's a blast. You can earn tons of SR, you can earn your golden guns that way, so that way you can customize your characters even further. It's just a very fun game mode just in general too, because these games can be, you know, like 20-minute games where you can drop like 40 kills, you can get decent gold medals, you can get tons and tons of experience by playing competitive. Like, you should see your XP bars just shoot up if you've never played it before. It just goes like, just goes right up there. So you can rank up like twice within like one day. If you play for like, let's say, a couple hours. It's really, really cool. And it's just a unique game mode. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite competitive modes in any of my video games that I own. However though, that comes with the exception of teamwork and, like, let's say, you know, people not wanting to do their roles, or people not wanting to swap if necessary, or people just, you know, like reverse boosting, or trying to end up throwing or trolling, stuff like that. That's just annoying. I've been running into that a lot, especially very lately. I've been running into people that have either been throwing their games by leaving them, picking heroes that are specifically meme-worthy, or people that just assume that they're throwing because they picked that certain character, like Torbjorn on offense, or Widow on offense, and then, you know, everyone just automatically becomes all toxic and they're cussing each other out. It's just annoying. I mean, I will admit, I have had my fair share of being toxic. In fact, there was actually one time, literally just a few weeks ago, that I called these guys out on their toxicity, and we had a huge argument. But that was the first time in a long time that I've ever talked crap to any random in a video game in a while. I can promise you that. Whenever I do talk crap, it's usually with my mic muted, and I kind of just mutter it to myself or to my friends. But talking to the person directly, usually I never do it, because I just don't want to start arguments. I also don't want to be screaming at the top of my lungs by the end of it, but I had enough, and I gave these guys massive crap. Now, I haven't done that since, but I did recently do it, just so you know, so it has actually been affecting my mood whenever I play this game sometimes, but that's not the point, though. It's just one fluke. However, though, that one fluke is becoming more and more relevant and more frequent, and it's becoming a problem, and it kind of has been for a while, but it's just getting more and more severe to the point where every game is toxic every single time. There's always that one guy that, even if they don't show it, you know, they're still being toxic in some form or way. Even if they're not verbally doing it, some people leave, some people pick off meta heroes and then throw with them on purpose to like meme. Some people will end up not communicating. Some people, when they do communicate, they just, all they do is just cuss each other out. It's just really annoying, and I swear I'm the only other person, like other than a couple people that I know, or the occasional actual random that does listen, that actually is like positive and respectful with it. Like, for example, when I go into a game and I see somebody that is off meta, or I see somebody that's, you know, not picking the hero that I want to fit the role, I'll be like, hey, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, sometimes I don't even call them by their gamer tag. Sometimes I just call them by whatever they are right now. Like, I'll be like, so, hey, Widow, I know that you probably are a decent Widow, or you really want to play Widow, and you get crap for this all the time, but could you possibly swap to, let's say, something like Soldier, so that way you can heal, because we only have one healer, and that way you can still DPS? Or could you play, like, let's say, Mercy or something like that, because our only healer is Lucio, you know, stuff like that. I try to be very polite about it, and I try to be very respectful, because I feel like that actually goes a long way, and for the most part that works. I've seen so many people just cuss each other out and be like, oh, you're on Hanzo, moron, get off Hanzo, you're bad, or oh, you're on Widow, you know, screw you, or, you know, blah blah, you're gonna get us killed, and then the person doesn't swap then. But whenever I do it, it's literally the exact opposite. I simply just say one paragraph, and I even compliment them probably here and there to probably get them to actually want to swap, and then they swap. It's ridiculous. I don't even have to be like that nice. I can throw in like one mild compliment, like saying you're probably pretty good with that character, but would you mind swapping this one time? Just something simple like that. And a lot of people underestimate how niceness can affect somebody's mood or their choice, and I don't know why people don't do this more often. I understand that's just easier to just yell at each other and make fun of each other because you're obviously through a console, you're not in real life, and so a lot of these things people wouldn't say, you know, in real life, but it's just annoying. I've had a lot of games where I've lost tons of SR lately, even if it's not directly my fault. It's because of my teammates. I understand that SR goes both ways and it goes on every single team, and it's not just specifically my team, but I swear I have the worst luck sometimes. I feel like that I always get screwed over because of my teammates. I would rather have bad teammates that try than have good ones that are toxic. I'm being legit serious. I would rather lose SR and have bad teammates than gain SR and have toxicity, because the problem is with toxicity is it doesn't work forever. You can only be toxic for so long and get by so far. If you end up being toxic for too long, you're either A, going to get banned, B, you're going to end up getting some form of punishment, which can be like a suspension or a ban. And then the last thing is that in general, nobody likes talking or playing with you, and I don't like being around those types of people. I would much rather play with my friends, but the problem is though is that they're not liking the game much anymore, so I have to play solo, and then that's when I run into these guys that are just annoying and, you know, trolly, and it bothers me. I will also admit that I've been a troll in the past, but I don't do it necessarily anymore because I just realize that all it does is just make me look bad. If I troll any more to a certain degree, it's with people in a non-competitive mode, so they don't necessarily get a punishment, like in terms of losing SR. It's more of just the inconvenience more than anything. And the second thing is that I don't usually troll my friends, just because my friends, they understand it's a joke. Randoms just think I'm being a dick, so I'm just trying to be nice about it whenever I play any video game from now on, just because that's just something that works better. It just ends up making the game more efficient, more fun, just for everybody as a whole. So that's why I like to end up being positive. But the thing is though, is obviously I know I can't make somebody be positive. I know that if somebody's in a bad mood or someone's just naturally mean, there is no way I'm possibly going to change them at all. But I'm just hoping for the absolute best of the community and the game that it does end up working somehow, because it seems like it does, but I need more people to do it. I bet that you guys are not toxic, and if you are, it's very rare and far and few in between, because usually I at least hope so, that my positive attitude rubs off on you guys. But the thing is though, is that I really just hope that the community comes together and be more, more positive again, like it used to be, because Overwatch used to be very, very positive, and I don't know if it's me, but I feel like that's slowly diminishing, and I really hope we can get that back. But this is kind of the end of my rant, guys. Here the gameplay's wrapping up. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. If you did, I really appreciate it if you could drop a thumbs up. Let me know if you agree with me in the comments. Do you feel like the game is getting more toxic? Do you feel like that there is ways we can fix it? Just let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you all in my next video. Peace out, guys.